Hi everybody, my name is Christopher Rocky, Director of Education of Mortgage Resolution Services, which is a subsidiary of F&F, our nation's largest real estate provider. I want to have a very serious conversation with you about the problem that we are facing within the United States about foreclosure. We're calling it the mortgage storm, and we want to make sure that everybody listening has the opportunity to understand that there are more alternatives to foreclosure than just a short sale. Number one, we want to take the opportunity to discuss what those alternatives are. Now, I know a lot of you have been trained on several alternatives and making sure that everybody's aware of every alternative there could possibly be, okay? I will tell you this, that we believe that you can group up some of the different alternatives into maybe one category. There's generally about 6 true foreclosure alternatives. And number one is going to be the loan modification or forbearance agreement. We're going to kind of group those together. Number 2 is going to be the high loan to value refinance, while number 3 is going to be the short pay refinance. Number 4 is going to be the potential for bankruptcy. Number 5 is a short sale. And then number 6 is going to be, unfortunately, that deed in lieu of foreclosure, which we don't see all the time, but we'll discuss each one of those just briefly here. First, the loan modification. There are several programs throughout the United States, government-endorsed programs, where they're trying to help consumers. We're trying to help homeowners. We are all advocates of home ownership. That's why we chose to be in this business. The loan modification is generally what? An interest rate freeze, possibly principal balance reduction. Sometimes in rare cases, they lower the interest rate and the principal balance. And by the way, we refer to those as Bigfoot sightings, right? The forbearance agreement is generally when you see a short-term life-changing event where maybe the homeowner misses 3 or 4 payments and they're able to get back on track. Maybe their injury, they healed, or maybe they lost their job and they're back to work. Generally, sometimes on a forbearance agreement, the payments that were missed, you'll see thrown onto the back end of the loan, okay? So you can talk about loan mod or forbearance agreement, but we usually combine those into one category. Next is that high loan to value refinance. Fannie and Freddie right now are endorsing what's called 125% LTV, which means homeowners that believe that they are underwater in their house and they cannot do any kind of a refinance at all may have alternatives. Now, obviously, these are for homeowners that probably didn't buy between 2004 and 2006 with 100% stated interest-only loans, right? These are probably going to be more suited for somebody that's been in their house for many years, that put money down when they purchased the property, and they're only upside down about 25% of what they owe. If they qualify for that loan, fully documented, they have money, they have no missed payments, they could potentially earn 125% refinance. Next is the short pay refinance. Okay, this is kind of a unique program. Once again, I'm a huge advocate of the short pay refinance. Unfortunately, it's very much like an alien sighting, right? Everybody knows somebody that's seen one, but we've never had any evidence of them. I'm sure that within 2010 and 2011 that the short pay refinance is going to become more popular on the marketplace. But just to give you an idea of what the short pay refinance is, it's basically you're convincing your original lender, the lender that has your loan right now, to forgive a portion of that principal balance, and then for you to qualify for a new loan, which means you have money, you have good credit. That also means that you have not missed any payments recently, or at least if you're going to qualify under the FHA program, which is the H4H, or Help for Homeowners. You'll need to qualify for a new loan under FHA guidelines. So we would go off of 96.5% of your current appraised value. Now, why that's unique is because the H4H program is actually an equity shared program. What does that mean? That means that original lender that we convinced to take a loss on that principal reduction and just go away, they didn't go away. According to the rules of the H4H program, it is an equity shared mortgage, and that never goes away. For year one, if you were to sell your property, 90% of any equity that you made would go back to that original lender. Year 2 is 80%, year 3 is 70%, year 4 is 60%, and year 5 is 50%. That never ever ends, okay? It is a split equity position forever. Not just 30 years, forever, as long as you own that home. That is the H4H program. Next, the BK. Now, here's the argument, okay? A bankruptcy is not a foreclosure alternative. It's just not. Just because somebody claims bankruptcy, it may postpone foreclosure. But it does not stop foreclosure. So why would I even bring it up? Because it is possible, okay? And again, we're not representing myself as a bankruptcy attorney in any way, and every individual homeowner would need to speak to a bankruptcy attorney. It is possible that through Chapter 13, potentially the debt could be reorganized where the homeowner could then afford payments, okay? Just, there is a slight argument there, so I am going to bring it up. The number 5 foreclosure alternative is the actual short sale themselves. And I think everybody here listening in has a pretty good idea at this point in the game what a short sale is, where we're asking the original lender or lenders to take a discounted payoff. The last alternative to foreclosure, you know, unfortunately, it's really not even viewed as an alternative, because in almost every sense of the word, a deed in lieu is a foreclosure. In fact, what is the full name? It's a deed in lieu of foreclosure. Okay? Now, it does not mean that a property went to lis pendens or had a judicial foreclosure or went to trustee sale. Okay? A deed in lieu is when you have a lender that says, go ahead and mail us the keys. We would love to take on the liability, right? We don't see that happen very often either. In fact, we call it unicorns. If you have any questions on alternatives to foreclosure, please feel free to email me personally. I would love to help you with those. My email address is Rocky, ROCKEY, @mresolution.com. Thank you.